Okay, the first thing I want to do with this is zoom in a little bit. We will want to take it apart again, but I'm going to test the RAM and see if all of the pins connect to the CPU in one way or another. Let's see. Ooh, that sounds like it's dying. I'm gonna try and point the mic at me, but also in a way you can hear the. Okay, now it's not doing it at all. Sounds like you can hear the whining there. So I don't know. I'm assuming it's all of these pins on this side here where these connect to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to one probe on one pin, and then I'm just going to wait for a beep. Okay, we got continuity there. And then I'm just going to do that over and over and over again. I'm going to start over on this side. It's to be easier. Let's go over here. Okay, it starts over there. Okay, so the RAM and the CPU have continuity everywhere. I will say one thing that I did try from the comments on my video were seeing if there was continuity between all of these pins on the cart slot to all of the pins on the CPU. There's continuity on all of them. So that checks out to me. The only thing I could see being bad is if like there's not continuity between the pin in here and like the rest of the pin, if that makes sense. The part where it connects to the board. And I don't know if that's something I can actually check. Maybe if I had like a cart, could I actually do that? Hold up. Let's see. Before we go and try what I want to try, what I initially thought I was going to do for this stream, let's take something like this. So we'll leave it in here. Zoom out a little bit. I can put this in here. That's so far in. Okay. Can I test for continuity here? Oh, I can. Okay. Let's just do this real quick. Okay. So everything except for this third pin right here, I can't get a signal on this one. And I don't know why. And that was another one where I was like questioning. I could only get continuity here. I couldn't get any continuity on any of the CPU pins here. So is it just this resistor playing with me or what? Does that make any sense to any smart people? This third pin here. Okay. Hold up. Okay, so I do get continuity there, but for whatever reason, when I stick this part of the way in. Okay, now I get it. Never mind. I think that was just a dead end. To be fair, this cartridge also only works half the time. But I guess I should show this off real quick before we get too deep in. Just want to show everybody what I am dealing with. Or watch it just magically work in this moment. Negative, positive, and power on. Okay, now it's just not showing up at all. There we go. I get a garbled block like that, showing that nothing is being read. And from what I've heard, it sounds like either my RAM is or my CPU is. I am hoping that it's just the good old RAM, because the RAM will be easier to swap than the CPU. So we will start with swapping to some RAM that is hopefully pretty decent. We'll go to my graveyard and see. But first we will tear this down a little bit further. Actually, we'll put the Wario land back together. And assuming I do get this to work, I probably will swap the shell to an atomic purple shell, just because I have an original atomic purple shell that is in pretty decent condition, and it doesn't have any screw posts broken like this one does. I think I still want to keep the back shell as a clear shell, though. I think it'll be cool to have a half purple, half clear shell. I don't know if I'll keep the buttons or not, TBD. But what I will do is take this off, pull that out, and I think I will also remove this. Put that off to the side. I just don't want to desolder this. Let's get out the graveyard. Here's the graveyard. We got an N64. Got quite a few GBAs in here. It's a lot of corroded, gross stuff. But something like this, that I don't know why it's even in here. This board looks beautiful. This could be a RAM problem too, though. I guess I could see if it even turns on. It looks like it has all the components to turn on. So let's do that. If it can boot into a game, then we'll take it. I'm going to need to grab a Game Boy Color. Do I not have any Game Boy Color screens? Hold up. I'm completely out of OEM Game Boy Color screens. That is interesting. Okay. So does this screen need power to it? I think it does. Huh. Do we just roll the dice? Nah, I'll just do the soldering real quick. It seems like it works. Okay. So this CPU should be good to go then. So we should be able to desolder this wire, get out some hot air and swap the RAMs. I don't really care about too much of the rest of this. So I'm not going to cover this stuff up, but I will probably cover this stuff up. So let's just do some capped on tape coverings here. We should be good to go here. Boom. We'll start with this RAM chip. And I think I'll remove both because why not? Just in case we do need to swap the CPU as well. Okay. The hot air is just going to be kind of loud. So I'm going to talk a little louder so you can hopefully hear me clearly. Putting flux down, a whole lot of flux down on all of this. And the RAM is going to be nice and easy because I can just pick it up from both sides like that. Oh, and I dropped it. Smooth. But the CPU is much harder. 4 sides of pins to deal with. Gotta heat up a lot of stuff. And then I just try and get underneath one corner. There we go. Woo! Then we can put this off somewhere safe to cool off. This is going to be the tough part, okay? Remove just the RAM. Try not to touch anything else. Try not to knock anything off. Try not to melt the freaking contrast wheel. Okay. And then just hope that all of these connect properly. Let it cool. I'm going to give it a little peek, but it looks good. That, oh no. There's a component underneath the Kapton tape that got lifted up, but I think I just soldered it back down because there's a little bit of an opening down here. And that is also, okay, we're having some issues. I might have to do some soldering by hand because there's a capacitor right here and then this thing over there that are not wanting to cooperate. And I think I'd rather just solder it by hand. And this is still fairly warm, so I'm going to be careful when removing this. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. We don't need to be so zoomed in anymore. But I think I did that pretty darn well. Remember what I said that's still warm? Okay. And yeah, I'm definitely going to have to fix that little piece there. But dude, that RAM looks beautiful. Okay, let's zoom back in. And the capacitor stuck to my iron. No matter what I do, it does not want to stay. Just breathe all that flux smoke in. Let's get the fan going here. Okay. Can't quite see. Oh, wow. And okay, I just moved it perfectly into place. It's still kind of hard to see, but I'm just going to try and get those legs to solder. I'm going to push down on this and resolder those. And then I'm going to just try and hit those from both angles. I'm not doing a good job of describing what I'm doing right now, but I think everything has a connection. That's all I really care about. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, clean my iron again, turn it off, unplug it. We're going to clean this area up since it's full of flux. So I'm going to spray some alcohol down. I'm going to get my flux remover out and just dab that all over it. It's not really bubbling up like I'd hoped. We'll spray it again and we'll get this out, paper towel, and try and clean it up as best we can. I'm just going to do it again with alcohol and just the toothbrush. And then we'll just dab it there. Okay. Just doing a little close up with my eyes. I think that's pretty darn good looking. I kind of just want to test it without checking all the pins. Since I'm not selling this one, I'm not going to bother checking all the pins. I just want to rip it. So let's find this one. Solder for power. Can we do this in under an hour? That'd be awesome. Will it work? Any guesses? Any thoughts? Let's go with the tried and true test cartridge. And nope. And we're okay. Just in case it's the cartridge, just do it again real quick. Why are we not? Okay, it's just not working at all for some reason. Okay, that sounded bad. What in the world is going on now? For some reason, it doesn't even want to power on. It's still not working. So it's a bad CPU then. Or I need to check continuity on all those pins. Okay, now it's turning on. It's just still not being read. So what we're going to do is we're going to not test for continuity on all of these, but just test to make sure all of the pins are actually soldered down fully. And we'll do that through the microscope. And then if that doesn't, or if those are all good, then we will do it through, or we'll swap the CPU. All of those look fine, and all of those look fine. So I'm going to assume, yeah, none of these look bridged. Unless we want to check over here, make sure any of these were lifted or bridged in the process. No, we're good. Okay, we can desolder the power line again and get everything covered up again. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Well, this just keeps getting better and better. Power switch broke. Should be good enough. In time for the scarier version of what we just did, the CPU. We'll zoom in as far as possible and heat that sucker up. No. No. Oh man. Stop, please. Oh man. Okay. Jeez. Fire drill. My goodness, that gave me a heart attack. Yeah, a little bit of smoke. Kapton tape's not quite doing its job, but should be able to drop this bad boy down. I wish that the lens didn't get so much in the way of my head. Okay, that should be close enough. It should do its job and secure itself down in the correct spot. So heat it up again. I will, you know what? I will filter out the smoke this time with the fan so the alarm hopefully doesn't go off. Okay, no more fires. I can see one pin that's bridged, or I guess two that are bridged together. Oh, and my speaker wire broke off. We'll fix that too. Okay, again, this is going to be really hot. I'm going to carefully remove the Kapton tape without touching the board. Kapton tape's not going to be warm. Well, it might be warm, but it's not going to be hot. Oh, and I took a capacitor with me. Nice. Should be able to fix that, though. Okay, now we can do our touch-ups that we need to, as though there isn't enough flux on this board. Put a little bit more down there. Oh, man. I started to lift another capacitor there. I don't know if you could see it. Both of those are down. Oh, there's another freaking resistor. Okay, let's fix this one here. That one looks good now. And then there's a resistor over here. Okay. Anything else out of whack? I don't think so. We got this little guy right here that's bridged. I'll clean my iron again. And then that looks good. And I'll do a quick eye check. Everything looks good. I will fix the speaker. Good enough. I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up of the flux here. Do the same thing I did earlier. I don't really want to whip out the microscope and test all the pins. It was a bad CPU, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and all of the other things are going to go crazy because the wires are not connected to anything. So one of these is actually going to be a touchpad. Yeah, let's freaking go. Okay, so now all we have to do is fix the power switch, which I don't know if I have any extras. Hold up. Well, I found these, but it's not the same. I could take the strip from... No, I think it's not the same size. Never mind. Those are for Game Boy Advances or SPs. I don't remember. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is, since it's for me, once again, it's not going to be for sale. I'm going to just try and super glue the two pieces back together. And then while that glue is drying, we will try to swap the screen into a different shell. Get those stuck down close together. Just a little bit of super glue. we'll let it rest. We'll move it somewhere out of my way. Okay. And then what we're gonna do here, actually we'll wait on this. We're gonna get the shell prepared first, and then even though this is a good screen lens, it is plastic and it's not gonna be a big enough opening for the screen we're gonna have. So I am going to cut this up, get it prepared to have a IPS screen in it. I'm sorry, this part is very boring. I'm literally just trimming plastic. And now, one last time with the hot air gun, but not with any too high of a heat. We're gonna take it down like pretty much as low as it can go. And we are going to try and remove, actually, we'll do like 212, that's boiling. That should be warm enough. We're gonna try and remove the screen without cracking it. I'm only putting the littlest bit of pressure on my tweezers end here. That's still pretty warm. Okay. Cool. Put that piece of double-sided tape down there. Go ahead and plug this part of the screen in. So it's going to be easier to plug it in outside of the shell. And then we should, keyword should, be able to drop this in that. And then we can put the insulation film down. Okay, that screen's not going to stick down too well now, is it? Looks pretty straight to me. Now we can get this back out and do all the soldering. And we can also look at our power switch, which is whole again. Looks pretty darn good to me. So I'll put that in there. We can solder that down too. Power switch looks good. We can do this one at a time. This one being the down, and then this one is the up. Then what? The one with the loop is power. Then B. This is A, so we want B here. Very awkward. There we go. A. That works. And select. There we go. Okay, that should be it. Put it back together. Be that simple. Should be that simple. I'm going to reuse the buttons and membranes from the original mod, the clear buttons. And then I'm going to need to wrap this up in a bow. And also reuse this to cover up the back, because the insulation film is never really stuck. I was going to trim that up a little bit more, but I think we're good. Twist these up a little bit, so hopefully it's a little nicer and neater. And then hopefully that keeps it down. And our negative for our other wire, it's not negative and positive for the speaker. The black wire is broken off. We'll fix that in a moment. So we get all of this fixed, or set up, I should say. It's already fixed. Just gonna screw it down first. Where is my screwdriver? One there. Okay, trim that, get that ready. Last bit of soldering. So. And then you have days like this. I'm just gonna put the other one in. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, I think we're good there. Oh boy. Okay, my last bit here, I'm just hoping that, oh, I don't have a screen lens in yet either. I'm just hoping that this still turns on. So hold the phone real quick. We're gonna test it one more time, just because I do have the ribbon cable for some reason is not in the best spot. Yeah, okay. I think that needs to be adjusted. Try it again just in case. I'll do it without. I need to adjust that. Almost there. Almost there. Oh, well, that's the problem. It's removing itself. That looks crooked as well. Test that. I'm gonna do this without screws. Oops. So close. Still not quite right. So I think this is the right color scheme. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Okay. Just want to wash my hands. See if maybe there's gunk on my fingers. It's getting on the pad. Let's do this here. Get out a fresh paper towel, some alcohol on it. That stuff cleaned up. Actually, it'll be easier to plug this side in first. Okay. Seems good to me there. Then we can plug this end in as far in as possible. Please do not break another power switch. I'm feeling confident because of Tim over here believing in me. I'm feeling confidence. So we're going to screw one screw down, and we're going to get everything else set up still. Why are you doing that? What happened? What happened? It's so close. Going in the wall. I guess I can check, whip out the microscope again and check each individual thing here. Each individual pin. I know sometimes I skip some. It's okay. I'm wiggling both ways. So if I skip over one of the holes, it's not a big deal. As long as I don't skip over 2 holes in succession there. Yeah, fuses should have okay, we got one there. Oh, we got a few. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. A lot going on there. Okay, we'll wait, come back to that corner in a bit. Possible that those could have just like lightly touched enough for it to work, and now they're not. Okay, so that corner we'll have to come back and check later. Let's go back over to this problem area. Let's see what we can do. A little bit more flux down. Clean my iron. And I'm also going to push down on this corner with my tweezers and do a little bit of drag soldering there. Oh, and we got a bridge. And now we don't. Okay, much better looking there. Put the iron down and we'll test again. There's a little bit of wiggle there, but it looks like it's fine. Might as well check it all the way to the top. Okay. Let's go, dude. Let's start. Gotta hit start first. Let's freaking go. Hallelujah. Okay, let's button this up. Just get it done. Okay? No hijinks. No tomfoolery. None of any of that stuff that Zach and Cody used to do to the Tipton, Mr. Mosby. Hooliganing. Let's just tighten these up. Loosen it a quarter turn though for the button presses. You know how it is. No shenanigans. I've shenaned once and I will never shenan again. All right? Make sure these wires are not going to get pinched. How long have we gone? 2 hours now. Remember when I said that, oh, maybe we can get this done in an hour? That was funny. That was hilarious. Hop in Wario Land. The game that used to never work and now is working. It's not a Game Boy Color game, though. Now, what we can do. Should I put a different lens on it? Nah, I'll just go with the basic. Basic lens. Good enough for me. Course, leading up to the moment of truth. I guess the moment of truth has passed, but okay, we are good. I think I actually have a dead pixel. After all of this, I either have some dust or a dead pixel. I'm pretty sure it's a dead pixel. You ready for this? Right there. Hard to tell there, but turn it off, turn it back on. It's still there. Actually, you know what? Hold up. Wait a minute. If I bring it back to the menu, vertical position. Yeah, it's a dead pixel. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that line, dude. Oh, wait, you can't see it. There. Look at that line. Whole line of them. I could put it too far down and then you can't see it anymore. I'll just put it in the middle and I'll deal with it because it's for me, not for anybody else. So I don't care. Boom. We're done. We did it.